Hi everyone, welcome to the Oracle Show. This is a couple of days since the abysmal performance that Pakistan has done against England in the first test. I've already made a video about that, but it's time we look into different matters because it's a new day, new things are happening, there's always going to be something in the news, and today is no different. So apparently Pakistan decided to change their selecting committee. They have gone for a couple of new additions. They got rid of a few over the last week or so, or even the last couple of months actually, and today we're just going to really be talking about that. One of the things that Pakistan decided to do was to bring Aleem Dar as a selector. This is weird, it's strange, I don't get it. I don't know why he's included in the selection committee for Pakistan. A couple of things about him is that he's an umpire. He was a former umpire. He stepped down from all forms of umpiring over the last week or so that's why I'm very happy that he's decided to move on and possibly try something new. But for him to be a selector in the PCB, it just doesn't make any sense. I get that he's been a part of the cricketing world for a long amount of time. He's seen so many fantastic players during his stint as an umpire in international cricket. He's seen guys like Glenn McGrath, Shane Warne, Ricky Ponting, Sachin Tendulkar, Inzamam, Sangakkara, Murali Dharan. He's seen all of those sorts of players, and he was regarded as one of the best umpires at the time, especially for the fact that he's umpired so many World Cup finals. So he has a lot of respect in that regard. But you have to ask the question, do other countries make these sort of decisions? Did England bring on Billy Bowden as a selector when he decided to step down as an umpire? They didn't do it, and I'm sure a lot of other countries haven't done it either. So why is it the case that Pakistan felt that it was needed for him to be a selector for the PCB? It doesn't make any sense. And if he is or was regarded as one of the best umpires of his time, then wouldn't it have made sense for him to be part of the umpiring setup where he helps and creates new and better umpires for the future, especially for Pakistan? Because it would make sense for someone that is known for a particular thing to stick to those things and to help bring about a new generation of umpires. Obviously from the players currently, we're not seeing anything new or anything different or anything better, but in umpiring I think there can be a lot of new talent that can come out from it. So that was a very weird selection, but okay. For the PCB, in their selection committee, they have 7 members. And another one of those members I wanted to talk about was Aqib Javed. Now, Aqib Javed, as a bowler, he was great at his time. He's won the World Cup in 1992 very famously as he took over from Waqar Younis, who had an injury at the time. And as a head coach, he was part of the Lahore Qalandars setup, where I'm not sure if he's still a head coach now, but he was part of the setup when Lahore Qalandars won the PSL back-to-back. And he's also had Shaheen Shah Afridi as captain. And one of the things about Aqib Javed is that he's been very vocal about Shaheen being the captain of the Pakistan cricket team for a very long time now. Me personally, I don't want Shaheen anywhere near the captaincy. I don't even think he should be in the team for that matter, just based on the performances that he's been putting in over the last year or so. But I know with Aqib Javed, he's going to be a clear advocate for him. And I think for a selection committee, it's good to have different points of view. So it's good to have people you disagree with so you can create dialogue and come to a conclusion which will benefit all parties. It's important for any company or any business to have. Another one that has been brought in was Azhar Ali. He's a former cricketer. He was a captain of the Pakistan team while he was playing, especially in the test format. He was part of the Champions Trophy squad that won in 2017. He is, I would say, he did recently retire, but I think he's a sensible guy. And one of the things that I really liked about him was the fact that he was able to protect the players, especially when he was part of a show in ARY, and when Babar Azam's leaks with the chairman at the time was brought out to the public, he questioned the presenter, did you get permission to show this. So I think from my point of view, it is a good selection because one, he's sensible, and two, he has the ability to protect the players, especially when it comes to the media. And I think, in my opinion, he might bring about some good options, good changes, good points of view, but we're going to have to wait and see. Some of the people that have still remained are Shafiq, he was also another former cricketer. Hassan Chima, he is an analyst, and I think this is a very good thing to have an analyst part of your selection committee, because I know a lot of people can complain about numbers, but like they say, numbers don't lie. And in this case, it's good to have someone who can look at the stats and find players from the domestic leagues or from other leagues that could potentially play for Pakistan and help them statistics wise, because we need to look for ways to improve in any shape that we can. The last two people that have a vote, I would say, is the captain and the head coach. So overall, there are 7 people who be able to have a vote in the selection committee, and then there are other people who are part of the committee but they don't have a vote. One of the people is Azhar Mahmood, a former Pakistan cricketer. He's been part of the committee for a very long time. In my opinion, ever since he's been there as a coach, Pakistan has just been going down and down and down and down and down, and he's been in and out of the coaching setup for quite a while, but I don't know what he brings. I don't know what tactics he said. I know in a test series he said that he said something along the lines of that Pakistan didn't really make a mistake, they just judged things wrong, but that's stupid in itself because that technically means you made a mistake. So yeah, for me, I'm not sure he should be there. There's Bilal Afzal, if you don't know who he is, I don't know who he is either, but he's an advisor to the chairman, and based on the type of performances that Pakistan have been doing over the last year or so, I don't know what he's going to do, what sort of advice he will bring into the future, because so far it's just not working. And then you got guys like Nadeem Khan and Osman Wahla, who are both directors of the PCB. So that is the current selection committee. We're going to have to wait and see what they do, if they're going to have the guts to actually make bold decisions and drop players that need to be dropped. If there's anything that has taught us what's happened over recent times, and especially in the past, nothing's changed, and I'm not sure if these guys are going to do anything differently, but we'll have to wait and see. It's good that we've moved on from Wahab Riaz and Abdul Razak, because after the abysmal performance in the T20 World Cup in USA and the players that they brought in, I could do a whole video about that and another run about those sort of selections that those guys have brought in. But it's a good thing that those guys have been removed, especially with Wahab Riaz. I wasn't sure whether he was a selector or a coach with some of the things that have been going on in the Pakistan team at that time, but it's good we've moved on. It's good that we've shuffled things and changed things around, and we're just gonna have to wait and watch. So yeah, that's the selection committee. Fun fact, since 2021, Pakistan have gone through 26 different selectors. That is crazy. It just seems like they're not able to find the right structure or the right people who could be a good selector, or who can find the right talent in Pakistan to represent Pakistan in the national team. To go through 26 selectors in the last 3 to 4 years, big problems. But anyhow, that's the video. Let's see what happens with these selectors, if they bring about some new talent, and that is wishful thinking, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Anyhow, that's the video. Hope to see you guys soon. Bye bye.